Good morning. Welcome back to Buffalo. Not for long, of course. You know the drill already. I'm not going to be home for very long, but I have no other trips planned until I head to my next contract. So this is the final stretch of my time at home before I head to my seventh cruise. Is it seventh? Yeah, seventh cruise ship contract, which is wild to say. This has been the longest break I have taken in between contracts, voluntarily, of course. COVID was a different story entirely, but it has been an incredible 6 months. I can't believe 6 months has already come and gone. Like, it went by so fast. I stayed so busy. I did so much travel, and it has been unbelievable. It's been a very necessary break for me, but I am excited now more than ever to head back on the ice and back to performing on board. So I have a lot to prepare before that happens. I have 2.5 weeks until I leave. I don't know exactly how many days. I should probably check on that. No, it's not even 2.5. It's 2 weeks and a day. So we are really getting close to the finish line. But like I said, lots to do. And I'm going to bring you along for every step of the way, the whole preparation process, and we're going to make sure to get it all done. Please do not mind the mess. I literally got home last night at midnight from Punta Cana. That was an incredible trip. So nice to relax with my mom. And actually, I'm not tired from the trip at all because we did a lot of relaxing, got a lot of sleep, and I did keep up with my fitness, which I feel really good about. But it's time to kick it into high gear. We're back in Buffalo, and today is Friday, so I've got a lot on the agenda. I will be working throughout the weekend. The thing with a non-traditional job on social media is that I don't have a normal 9 to 5. I can really make my own hours, and I didn't do a ton of work while I was away, so that means I'm playing catch up this weekend, but that is quite all right. I'm very thankful that I have this flexibility. I did make a to-do list. This is just a few things that I thought off the top of my head, so I'm probably going to be adding to it, but this is what we got so far, and we are going to check each thing off the list. I cannot even begin to tell you how cold it is in the house. I am shocked that it's this cold. At home, it's like 45 degrees this morning. Not okay. But I don't want to waste any energy talking about the weather outside, so I've just thrown on my activewear. I want to get some Pilates in to kickstart the morning. I am planning to skate today, so don't want to go too crazy with like a workout beforehand because skating in itself is a workout. So Pilates is going to be the way to go. It pairs very well with skating on a practice day. Quick little Pilates fit check. I am going to throw a load of laundry in the wash before I start my workout just so I can multitask. I love me a good multitask. If you know, you know. Laundry is in, but it's actually freezing in the house. So I'm putting on a little sweatshirt for my Pilates. And I'm gonna throw my hair up into a little claw clip, get it out of my face. And then we should be good to start. I think I'm going to follow like a 20 to 25 minute video. Oh, and by the way, I just got this claw clip from TJ Maxx a few days ago, and I think it's so cute. We got a special guest in the car with us today, headed to the rink.
Hello, fans.
He's actually not coming with us to the rink. We're dropping him off to get his car, pick up his car from getting an oil change or something, right?
That's correct.
That is correct.
Fans, I just want to thank you for all the requests that I have my own channel, but I hate to disappoint you, but I'm not that funny. I cannot be funny for more than maybe 15 seconds at a time. So, sorry. Thank you for coming.
I have made it to the rink, and sadly, very, very sadly, the winter coat is back on, which I can't even believe that I'm saying, to be honest with you. I literally have 2 pairs of pants on right now. So we're layering up because the rink is gonna be freezing because it's freezing outside. I really thought we were past this, but I guess we're not. But we carry on regardless. As per usual, I'm gonna be skating for an hour today. Just gonna run through everything, feel the ice, get a little bit of a sweat in, hopefully, if I can shed any of these layers, and then we'll be out the door. It is a bit crazy to me that an hour of ice time is now plenty, because back when I was competing and training, I was skating 3 to 4 hours a day, like 5 days a week. So it was a lot more training than I'm doing now. Now I'm just maintaining. And actually an hour on the ice is longer than what I usually do on the ship. Usually we have 30 minutes to warm up for the show, which is also plenty. Yeah, I definitely cannot skate for 4 hours like I used to, at least to that level. But when we are on the ice for install in a few weeks, we're gonna be on the ice all day because we need that time to learn the show, rehearse, clean, get it in our bodies, memorize it, all that jazz. I do have a bit of an advantage this contract just because I have performed on Voyager before, so even though I don't remember all the choreo, it's gonna come back to me very easily, I think. I am back from the rink. I had a pretty good session today. Didn't really feel rusty, which was good, but it was freezing in there, so definitely harder to warm up the body and get the movement going when it's so cold. But pretty decent session anyways. I'm home now. I have to fold the laundry I threw in the wash this morning, and there's a lot. So I'm gonna do that. I also need to wash my hair. So I think I'll pop in the shower after I finish this, and then we gotta get going on the work. There's a lot to do on the to-do list. Coco, you coming to say hi? Hello. Oh, thank you. You should have seen her last night. She was going crazy when we got home. We don't have a ton of food in the house, so chicken soup dumplings it is for lunch, which is honestly fine by me because I actually haven't had this in quite a while, and my batch is running low, but I'm leaving soon, so I gotta finish my stash before I leave for 8 months. And you already know the drill. If you've been around and you've seen me have these, chili onion crunch and coconut aminos. Yum! And they look gorgeous. And they're gonna taste even more gorgeous. You just can't go wrong. I don't think I've tried the veggie ones. Or maybe I have, I don't remember. but the chicken ones are just so delicious. It is that time to get a little bit of work done. So I have quite a bit of editing, like rough cutting that I want to do. I don't need to finish the video today. I mean, ideally I would love to, but my goal for today is to just have all of the rough cuts done so that tomorrow I can do the finishing touches and then it'll be good to go. There's a lot to import and it's hard to say how long each video takes to edit because depending on how much like original footage I have and how much I need to cut out or add voiceovers and things like that, like it just depends. I don't think this video will take quite as long, but we'll see. So I'm gonna pop the headphones in and we're gonna get to work. It was time for a little seltzer water break. I did in fact get a little bit too engrossed in my editing. It's a few hours later, but we have an exciting package to open up together. A very, very, very exciting package. I have not one, but 2 boxes to open up. So, any guesses? Yes, it is my skates. I have my new boots and I have my new blades. I need to finally open these up because tomorrow I'm going to be dropping them off to get them mounted so that next week I can start actually breaking them in before I leave for my contract. I've had this box from my boots for a few weeks now. It did arrive a few weeks back, but I didn't want to open it just yet. I wanted to wait till my blades came in. Chances are most of you don't figure skate, so you have probably no idea what different brands they have of boots, but I wear Adeas. I've been wearing Adeas since my competition days many, many, many years ago, and I wear the Adea Icefly. They do have a tan boot for showgirls. However, my foot is too small to fit into it, so I don't wear those. And these have been my ride or die boots for like a decade now, maybe longer. So why switch it up? You know what I mean? Here we have them. They are wrapped in these individual little baggies to keep them nice and pristine. We've got some extra goodies in here, which is exciting. I will have to paint these because they are white, but it's no problem at all. So here is what they look like. So weird always to see a white boot. Very weird. I am used to it because whenever I come home from a contract, I see the girls training at the rink and they have the white Adeas. But here's the boot in all her glory. Nice and stiff. Very, very stiff. So this is the left and then we've got the right. A perfect pair. I am very excited to get these broken into, you know, ice skating boots actually look so strange without the blade, don't they? They look very weird, but you know, you got to start somewhere. So we've got the boots. We also have some paint. We have the little lace straps. They help keep your laces tight, which is really nice. I use them for practice, but I haven't ever used them for a show. I might have to try it out this contract so that I don't have to relace my skates mid-show, but really I shouldn't have to do that because they are going to be brand new. I've got 4 pairs of tan laces, which is great. And then these are little odor absorbers, so you can just pop them into your skates when you're done, which is awesome. Very excited. I haven't had these before. So that is box number 1. As you can presume, box number 2 is my blades. Here's the box. We've got a box inside the box. These actually had to be shipped from overseas because they were all out of stock, hence why there was such a delay. They're finally here, which is a relief. In case anyone's wondering what blades I use, they are the MK Gold Star. Why do they feel heavy? Me getting nervous even though I measured like 8 times if these were the right size. Voila! Amazing. I get a lot of questions on this tattoo. This is the outline of a skate blade. So maybe now you can understand the design of it. So I'm going to set these boxes aside because I am going to be needing these tomorrow. This has nothing to do with my preparation for my upcoming contract, but I want to talk about books because I have some exciting reading updates. I told you guys a few times that I was in a reading slump and I just hadn't read very often just because I was busy and I was traveling a lot and I just kind of fell off. Well, honestly, don't remember the order of which I read these books, but I don't think it really matters. So, first book, I read The Rom-Commers by Catherine Center. Cute little book. I was very confused at the age of the main characters, so like I wasn't feeling the chemistry because I really thought that the male lead was like 55 and then the female lead was like 25. I don't think that seemed to be the case. I don't know. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite book that I've read. I didn't hate it, didn't love it. But after that, things took a turn because the next Mrs. Parrish, however, I loved. I read this in, I want to say like 3 days. Very good. At least I enjoyed it. The characters are crazy, but I was on the edge of my seat and I wanted to know what happened. There were moments where I was thinking like, this is stupid. Like the decisions that some of the characters were making. I don't want to spoil it, but I was just like, it's so obvious. How are you falling for this? But regardless of that, I did thoroughly enjoy that book. And then afterwards, my most recent book I just finished was The Wedding People, which ended up thoroughly surprising me. I had heard quite good things about it, but I had no idea what this book was about. Like, honestly, zero idea. I just downloaded it because I knew that people had enjoyed the read. It definitely was heavier than I think I was planning for. Overall, great book. And I just loved how real the book was. You know, I feel like fiction is really fun to read. And obviously this is fiction as well. But sometimes it's nice to read a book that you feel like, I don't know, it's just more realistic. Because sometimes fiction is just so far off to one side that you're just like, it would never in a million years happen. This story felt more real. And yeah, it was really good. That one I read in a day or like a day and a half. But I just started the rule book last night. This is a rom-com sort of vibe. So far, so good. I can already predict what's going to happen at the end, but that's okay because I'll still enjoy reading it anyways. So that is how I'm going to spend the rest of the evening. Wild Friday night, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I have kickstarted the day on a high note. Just finished a great workout, had some breakfast, and now I need to head out because it's time to drop my skates off to get mounted. So when you are buying new skates, you have to buy the boot first and the blade separately, and then you have them professionally mounted. Unless you know what you're doing, you do not mount them yourself. I don't know what I'm doing. So the guy who sharpens my skates, he also does a great job with the mounting. So I always bring my skates to him. He does them and then I'm good to go. So I have to drop off my skates for him at his house. He's gonna have a couple days to mount them, make sure that everything is good to go. And then we're gonna meet next week at the rink to test them out and make sure they're in the right spot. Mounting is very important because you need to make sure it's in the right alignment. And everyone has a slightly different preference of where they want their blade. And I'm talking like the most minuscule difference. So they need to be in the right spot. They need to be screwed in properly so that they're not shifting or falling off or anything like that. So I'm gonna make a coffee and then I have about a 45-minute drive to his house. I am finally back home. That was quite the journey. Drove all the way there, dropped off the skates, and literally turned around and drove home. So I had myself a bit of an adventure. I was thinking about stopping for coffee, but ultimately decided against it. I think I'll make a coffee at the house. I just ran out of iced coffee, but I think I'll have a pod and throw it in the Keurig. Anyways, I have a lot I want to get done today, playing a little bit of catch up because I've been out of town. Pretty much the whole week I was in Punta Cana, which was incredible, but I gotta obviously pick up the speed because I don't have much time till I leave. One of the things that I want to do is go through all of my clothes one more time. I've already done this 2 or 3 times since I've been home, but I would like to do it once more so that I can put aside a bunch of clothes that I'm going to donate, just feel a little bit more decluttered before I leave for 8 months. So there's a ton that I want to go through today. I want to go through my drawers, my closet, my suits, and most importantly, my workout wear. I have so much activewear because I wear it on the daily and I absolutely love it, but I definitely could part ways with some of my older pieces that I'm not really wearing anymore. I did also receive a very exciting package in the mail from Halara, so I need to make space for that. So a big thank you to Halara for sponsoring today's video. I have a very exciting activewear haul I cannot wait to share with you guys. Halara is by far my most worn active brand. I honestly wear it most hours of each day. The price point you can't beat. It's so affordable and the quality is unbelievable, especially for the price. You would think that these pieces cost a lot more than what they do. It's very affordable, it's very inclusive, which obviously every brand should be doing, and unfortunately not a lot of them are. So I really love that Halara has a range of size selections. There are also so many colors to every single piece, so if you don't like one color, there's probably 10 to 15 other options. And on top of that, everything is honestly so comfortable, guys. Like, they are so buttery soft and you can honestly like live in these pieces, I'm telling you. I've honestly been wearing Halara for years now and I'm so excited for these new pieces and excited because I can bring them to my next contract. This first outfit is very exciting to me because these are actually my first pair of yoga pants in, like 15 years probably. As a short girly, I'm literally like 5'1". It's very difficult to find leggings that are the right length, especially yoga pants, because they do flare out and it can just look really awkward if they're way too long. Anyways, I found these and I'm super happy with how they fit. They're very, very comfortable, very nice and flattering. They're fitted, but they're not too tight. I love the waistband, and then I did pair it with this black top. I love an all black moment, especially for working out or skating. So this is what the back looks like. I really like the detail of the back on this shirt. I already have it in like 3 colors, so I had to add black to the mix. This is the perfect like go-to staple outfit, whether you're running errands, going for a walk, working out, you name it. This is the tried and true. Now on the opposite end of the spectrum, we have this next outfit, definitely a contrast to the all black moment, but as much as I love black, I love color. I'm a sucker for a good vibrant outfit, especially when it's contrasting colors. Also a big fan of little tennis skirts for pickleball or even for like going for a walk. So picked up this purple one. It is a beautiful purple color. The comfort level on this is like 11 out of 10. It's super breathable, it's lightweight, it's cool to the touch, and it's just so soft, guys. And then I did pair it with this workout top that is my favorite color. So the color is super fun. There are removable pads in this, so you can take them out if you want. There is a very fun crisscross detail on the back, but it is so comfortable and very easy to get in and out of. All in all, this is perfect for my upcoming pickleball games on the ship and my daily hot girl walks. And of course, you can mix and match these with many different things. Speaking of mixing and matching, I'm wearing the same top, but I have switched out the bottoms for a pair of leggings. I own these leggings in maybe 6 colors now, and they are just the best. Like, I cannot get enough. I picked these up in navy. I've been loving navy for clothes, especially workout clothes, so I had to pick these up in navy. They are like the most comfortable legging ever. They are honestly so buttery soft. We've got pockets on the side, there's no seam in the front, and they just fit you so beautifully. And I did get these in the 7/8 crop, but they are full length on me because I am on the shorter side. So you do have the option if you want like the full length, or if you're a shorter girl like me, you can get the 7/8 crop and they will still fit like a full length legging. But honestly, guys, you can just lounge around all day and night in these and you will be so comfortable. These next two pieces are definitely going to become staples in my closet, in my rotation. On top, I have this super cute, super comfortable bodysuit. It is white. I love the square neckline, and as you can see, it is short sleeve. This honestly is a bodysuit that you could like literally do activities in because it's so comfortable. I really love that Halara does take feedback from their customers, and their motto is made for what moves you. So they want to incorporate pieces that you can wear in your daily life. You don't have to have like a specific reason for wearing them. This bodysuit is a great indicator of that. And I did pair it with another pair of those leggings. These are brown. I've also been loving brown, especially like a deep espresso color. So I'm gonna get a ton of use out of these on my contract. Once again, I got the 7/8 length, so it's a full length on me, but these did come in both options, either regular or 7/8. This is now my second pair of denim from Halara, and it's very quickly becoming my favorite thing ever. These are hands down the most comfortable pair of denim shorts that I have ever owned in my entire life. They honestly feel like sweat shorts. I'm not even exaggerating the tiniest bit. And they're very flattering. They're very cute. I love a boyfriend cut. And these are just giving exactly what they need to give. You could sleep in these, you could run in these, and now I need 10 more of them. And last but not least, we are back to an all black look, a classic. This top I have been wanting for, I want to say a year, and it's always out of stock on the website, but I finally got my hands on it and I'm so excited. This is going to be great for layering when I'm home and I'm in the rink and it's cold, but it's also going to be perfect for when I'm on board. I can just throw this over a sports bra and I'm good to go. It just lands at like the perfect spot. So you can either leave it out or you can tuck it in if you want. And then I have paired it with these leggings. These are a little bit different than the other pair. These are more of a compression leggings, so definitely better for shaping. They're super high-waisted. If you can see, they come all the way up to here on me with a really nice wide waistband, which I really like. And they are nice and tight around my legs, my stomach, and they just feel so good. These are going to be great for skating. These are also breathable and sweat absorbing, which is very important. Definitely some good staples to add into my rotation on board. So that is all. I'm so excited to pack everything for my next contract. Gonna start packing pretty soon in the next couple days, and every single item in this haul is definitely coming with me to Europe. I will have all the details and links in the description box so you can easily access them there if you want to twin with me or if you want to shop around for something else. I do also have a discount code that you can use site-wide to save 20%. So use code Bauth20 for 20% off your order. The Keurig is not like spitting normal. Now that I have my coffee made, we can actually start the decluttering process. I want to start first with the drawers. I feel like this has been neglected. Every time I go through my clothes, I don't really look at the drawers. And they honestly are bursting at the seams. You have no idea. Yeah, definitely a bit of a problem. So we're going to start at the top and work our way down. And the most important thing to the decluttering process is music. Decent start. We've got a pile already brewing. Pretty hefty. I was trying to be very selective, and I really just want to like minimize a bit. You know what I mean? Next is gonna be the closet. This is a lot better than what it used to be, being completely honest. But I think I can go through and pull a couple more pieces. I got rid of a ton, and you're not gonna believe me, but I really did get rid of a lot. So I'm gonna go through, see if there's anything else that I can part ways with, or things that I know that I'm just not ever grabbing. Done with the drawers and the closet. Next thing to tackle are these bins under my bed. They have definitely gotten out of hand. I'm just gonna say that. I also started throwing things in there instead of neatly folding them again, so that's on me, but I need to go through these shirts, get rid of definitely a few at the least, but there's probably more that I can get rid of than I even think. So we're gonna go through this one, and then I wanna go through all of my leggings as well. It's a few hours later. I've been organizing, decluttering, doing a little bit of work as well. And now I'm all ready for dinner. My parents and I are headed to Sinatra's, which is a delicious Italian restaurant in Buffalo. My parents enjoy going out to dinner like once a week. While I'm home, I've been tagging along with them quite a few times, which has been really nice. So I am all ready to go, going for a little black and white moment, and I haven't worn a red lip, I want to say, since closing show. So we got a red lip on, just got to grab the shoes, and then we will be out the door. Bye, baby. Bye. Love you. See you in a while.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Bauth Hotel. We're about to go out to venture out for dinner this evening. I really enjoy talking with you, but I have to go. Thank you. Bye.
Hello and goodbye. Happy Sunday, guys. It is sunny and beautiful out. It's not warm, but at least the sun is shining. I could not do another day of rain. I just could not. I've been having a super relaxed, chill morning. It's been wonderful. I've been doing some junk journaling, so got a couple more spreads done, which I'm super happy about. The book is getting very, very thick, so I don't know how much more we can fit. I think we can keep going because there's a ton more pages, but I did complete 2 pages for my group trip like last week or the week before, but I still had some more junk to add. So I did another spread. This is from Brussels and Howda. This actually opens all the way up, if I could get it. So I thought that was fun to keep in there. It's nice and tucked away. I think this spread looks really cute. And then I also did my spread from my trip to Dallas. I did not have a ton of junk from this trip, but I tried to utilize it all. And then I stopped there, but my next spread is going to be from my Punta Cana trip. So it's definitely going to be a 2-pager because I have a lot of junk I want to add to this spread, but I do think that these both turned out very, very cute. Today's going to be my rest day for working out, but I would love to go outside and get a nice long walk in because it is so sunny and I just have to take advantage. So I want to move my body a little bit. I think I'm going to bring Coco. Yeah, we'll probably get like a 30, 45 minute walk in. We'll see how we feel. Do you want to go for a walk? Come on, let's go for a walk. Come on. We're back. We had a nice walk. Walked 2 miles, 42 minutes. So it was a solid walk. Coco is all riled up now. She's running laps around the house, but I am not. Believe it or not, I have yet to have a cup of coffee today, and it's 11 o'clock because we don't have any of the iced coffee left. My mom did leave to go grocery shopping, so I think she's gonna grab me one, which is great. We do have the Keurig pods, so like I might have one of those, but they're just not my favorite. I am just an iced coffee girl through and through. Wait, I think I still have a couple left over. Let's see. Oh, I do. My trusty old Chamberlain coffee. The single serve packets are incredible. It's basically like a tea bag, but it's coffee. And I don't know how she does it, but it tastes so good. You just drop it in hot water, let it steep for like 5 minutes, and then you're good to go. Just a dash of oat milk in here, and I'm drinking out of my grandma's old mug. And it's so cute. It says, "Don't dream your life, live your dreams," which is wise words. I wish I had the Trader Joe's brown sugar oat milk creamer. It ran out a long time ago and we have not been back. And now I'm leaving soon, so there's no point. Sadly. Delicious. Are you wiped from the walk, baby? Yeah, you're tired. Gonna bring this straight to the couch and enjoy a little YouTube video. I haven't watched YouTube in forever, so I'm excited to just sit here and watch a couple videos before I have to start being productive. Made a little Greek yogurt parfait for a little afternoon snack. We're having a nice big dinner tonight, so I don't want to spoil my appetite, but gotta get some nutrients in. Taking a pause. I've been actually editing for quite a few hours. It's now dinner time. Dad has made ribs and potatoes, so needless to say, I'm very excited. It's my time to shine. I am the professional taste tester in the household. Dangerous. I could just eat these potatoes for dinner. I'm gonna make sure another one is okay.
Yeah.
They're perfect. A little Susie salad to start off the dinner, mom's specialty. Grill master. Oh, those look good. That looks pretty good. Yum. Oh, thank you very much. Can I help myself to potatoes? Now that's what I'm talking about. I haven't had ribs in such a long time. Just finished dinner. It was delicious. I am definitely full. I'm set for the evening. But I thought we could chit chat and I can answer some questions about my upcoming contract because I told you guys that I was going to be doing this, but clearly I've been very busy. I've been traveling like nonstop and I just haven't had the chance to do it. So we're going to do it now. I had you guys sending questions on Instagram, which if you're not following me on there, you can follow me at Bauth. I post like very regular updates and you can just see more content than just YouTube. So we have a lot of questions. So we're just gonna get to it. First question I got was, what ship are you gonna be on? So I'm gonna be on the Voyager of the Seas, which is a ship that I have worked on previously. It's been a few years since I've been there, so excited to go back. And this is the first ship that I'm repeating. I've never repeated a ship before this, so it'll be nice to have a little bit of familiarity. Do you know who your ice captain is yet? Do you know him or her? So actually what's kind of funny about the ice captain position is that we usually don't find out until either like the day we're traveling or the day before that. Like it is very close to when we actually start the contract is when we find out who the ice captain is going to be. And funny enough, the ice captain themselves don't even find out until then. Yeah, so it's kind of a little bit of a mystery. Like there's rare instances where the ice captain might know prior, but more times than not, they find out around the same time that we do or like a couple days before us. So I don't know who my ice captain is going to be. We will find out when we travel or when we get there, but we'll see. Okay, to piggyback off that question, will you be seeing any familiar faces / former coworkers? This contract is super exciting because I actually have a lot of friends that I've worked with on previous contracts gonna be on Voyager with me. So majority of the ice cast I have worked with before, and I'm so excited to do another contract with them. I just have the best feeling it's going to be an incredible contract with everyone. There's a couple people, of course, that I haven't worked with, but yeah, majority of the cast I've worked with prior on various different contracts, so super exciting. And I do also have a friend in the production cast that was on Explorer with me that's going to be on Voyager as well. So super, super exciting. It's always fun to see familiar faces and friends, and I'm sure there's more people on board that I'm going to run into that I know from other contracts, but as of right now, that's everyone I know. Are you excited? This is a very simple question, but absolutely. I am so excited for this contract. I feel like because I've had some time away from ships, I've had a very long break, longer than, I usually have. I usually have anywhere from like 4 to 5, maybe 3 weeks in between contracts. I've had 6 months now, and it definitely has like reignited a spark in me, and I'm super excited to go back to work on board. Like any job, there's pros and cons, but there's a lot of really great pros to the job, and I'm so excited for various things about this contract. But more than anything, I'm just really excited to perform again in front of an audience with costumes and fun lighting and all that. Do you have to learn a new show? So every ship has a different ice show. Because I've already worked on Voyager, I have performed this ice show before. So it will probably come back to me very easily. Off the top of my head, I can't remember like all the choreo and all the group numbers, but muscle memory is very real. And I think once we start the install process, the choreo and the counts are going to come right back to me. So that's definitely going to be an easy adjustment. Is it a little less stressful going on a ship that you've already been on? I guess to some degree, maybe yes, but I don't get stressed heading to a contract. I'm always very excited, and I love change. So it is really nice to kind of not know what to expect. On the flip side of that, I am very type A, so I love to have an idea what's going on, but I don't know, I've been working on ships for 6 years, so I kind of know what to expect no matter what ship you're on, and I never find myself to be stressed going to a contract. I'm always just excited for what's to come, but of course it does help that I've already worked on that ship, and that specific size of ship, I know my way around in and out because I've worked on 3 different ships of that size. Will you be doing the same solo as last time? As of right now, what I understand, yes, I will be doing the sun solo again. Things could change when I get on the ship. You never know. You really never know. You just gotta roll with the punches. But most likely, like 99.9%, I'm sure that I'm gonna be doing the sun solo. So that's great. I still remember the solo. I've been running it at practice just to get my endurance up. So by the time we open, I'm gonna feel like super ready because I was already so comfortable with that solo, and I performed it for 10 months. I received so many questions about the new social media rules and if I'm gonna be allowed to vlog, all of that sort of stuff. So I won't know 1000% what the guidelines are until I get on board. I really don't have a ton of information on that. I do know that I will be able to vlog still, so I'm gonna do my best to show as much as I can. As always, I'm gonna use my best judgment and be very intentional about what I show and what I don't show. I have always been very careful about it, and I've never had any issues, so I don't see a ton changing for me, but with it being a different itinerary, I'm gonna be definitely documenting a lot more of my life in those destinations as opposed to the ship content, which of course I'm gonna still show my life on board, but there is gonna be a lot of travel content, which is what I'm most excited to document because I get to visit so many incredible places and I wanna share that with all of you. How does learning the new routine work? So like I said, I've done this show before. A lot of it will come back to me, but we have a rehearsal period, which we call install. It's 2 weeks long. So we have 2 weeks to learn the show, clean up all the choreo, get the counts right, add the performance aspect, add lighting, add costumes, and get very comfortable with it. And then on the 3rd week is when we open the show. So that's a little bit of a rundown. We usually learn the show like in total, all the choreo in like 4 days. And then from there, we just work on cleaning and perfecting and making everything look exactly how it should be. Are you excited to be on a smaller ship again? I am. I love the aspect of a smaller ship because you know majority of the crew very well. I mean, not all of them, but you end up knowing most of the crew because it's significantly smaller than Oasis class, Icon class, all that sort of stuff. So it definitely has a much more like homey feel to it. I also love back deck. It's a really nice place to hang out. Obviously, like if you want to have a drink at the end of the night, but also during the daytime because it is open. So I like to bring my laptop back there, do work or read my Kindle or just like grab a coffee and sit and hang with friends. So I really love back deck for that aspect, but then also at night, you know where everyone is. You're not like separated between 3 different bars, which on the flip side, having variety of bars is great too. But yeah, I really like back deck and I love the feel of a smaller ship with the crew members. Also really like having 2 different messes. So we have staff mess upstairs and crew mess downstairs. Staff mess does have windows. So we have natural light when we're eating, whereas on Oasis class, there were no windows. It was just screens of the outside. So just nice to have natural light. What are you most excited about seeing in the new countries you'll be visiting? Everything. I don't know. I don't have like one specific thing. I will say I have been dying to visit Australia forever, and I'm so excited that we get to spend like 2 months in Australia. Also on the way, we stop in South Africa in Cape Town, which is a new continent unlocked for me and a new country, of course. So I've heard incredible things about Cape Town. I'm very excited about that. Of course, we're stopping in Singapore, Bali, like all of those places I am just excited about. But I am also excited to return to some ports that I have been to before. I know there's still a ton more to discover in the ports that I have already visited on Explorer. So I'm excited to go back to those and see some new places, try out some new things, and yeah, I guess get more acclimated with area. Have you missed ship life during your time at home? Of course I have, but honestly, not that much. And I will say, I think if I was home, like literally home in Buffalo for 6 months, I would, but I've just been so busy and I've been able to travel so much these past 6 months that there was always something exciting coming up or happening that I was not thinking too much about ship life. Of course I do miss it. That's why I'm going back. I'm excited, but I don't know. I had so many incredible opportunities over this past 6 months and I've traveled so much and I've done so many fun things that I haven't really thought about it too much. Okay, can you list the order of your contracts/solos? Absolutely. I don't think I've ever done this. So my first contract was Allure of the Seas, and I did the Rock Girls solo. Unfortunately, the Ice Games show on Allure does not exist anymore. They've changed it to a different show called Blades. But when I was there, that's what I did. My second contract was on the Adventure of the Seas, and I did the Green Beetle solo. Third contract was Voyager, and I did the Sun solo. My fourth contract was on Wonder, and I did the Burning Up solo. My fifth contract was on Explorer, and I did the September solo. And then my sixth contract, which was my previous contract, was on Utopia, Cast 1, and I was the original Tutti Frutti solo. So those are all the ships. This is contract number 7 on board, and we're going back to Voyager, and we're doing the Sun solo again. In Australia, can you book your flight back home for a later date to stay there a bit? I wish I could. I would, in a heartbeat, do that. But unfortunately, we cannot. The company is responsible to get us back to our home country at the end of our contract. We're not allowed to stay. We have to leave. Also, because we're there on a work visa, we can't just stay in the country. I'd have to leave and then fly back, which is such a bummer because there's so many places in Australia that I want to see that we're not going to in our route, but it'll just give me an excuse to go back. How do you think you will grow or be challenged returning to a ship and show you've done before? This is a great question. I need to think about this for a second. Honestly, I don't know. Like, this one's a little bit difficult. I'm not quite sure, honestly. But one thing I will say is that no matter what ship I'm on, no matter what our schedule is, every single show, whether there's 10 people there or it's a full house, like I'm always giving it 100% and I'm always trying to be better than the previous show. Like I'm always trying to one-up myself. That's just something about me that like I have very high expectations for myself and I want myself to continue to improve. So I feel like the work is never done. I'm always analyzing like what I've done, thinking of ways that I can make the solo or the overall performance of the show better. But I think this upcoming contract, I'm going to really try to finish getting all of the pairs lifts on the ice. That would be probably like my biggest challenge. Also, maybe dabbling with some other jumps in like warm-up ices and open ice and stuff like that, because I definitely was doing much more difficult tricks when I was competing, which I don't need those now for the show life, but for myself, it would be fun to maybe work on them again. Are you expected to work the first day you board or do you get time to settle in? No time to settle in. We go right to work. So we're gonna join the ship pretty early in the morning. I don't know what time. We'll find out when we get there, but it's usually anywhere from like 8, 9, 10 a.m. is when we get on board, drop our stuff in the rooms, and we pretty much get to work pretty soon after it. The schedule is entirely up to the installer. So I've had contracts where we just did like open ice and we learned solos the first day, which was nice because it's not super long hours and it's not like overly demanding. But then I've had other contracts where we go straight into learning choreo. So it just sort of depends, but I have not had a contract where we get on and we just don't do anything for a couple days. I did get a couple questions about an address for like postcards and little gifts and things like that. I don't have an address yet. I will let you know if I do have one, but please do not feel obligated to send me anything. I do love receiving cards from you guys and like little postcards and notes and stuff like that, but I will work on an address because a few people have asked me about that, so stay tuned. How long is your contract? My contract is just shy of 8 months. So if you round up, it's an 8-month contract, and that does include install as well. What 3 things aside from work stuff could you not live without on a contract? I'm gonna include like skating work stuff and social media work stuff in that category. So 3 things aside from any of that stuff: my Kindle, 1000%, a notebook of some sort to like, I don't know, doodle, write things down, journal, all that sort of stuff, and headphones. For the last question, do you know what type of room you're gonna have, and do you know your roommate? The room situation is always the same. I always have a shared bunk bed room. That's just like the standard for ice skaters. As far as the roommate goes, most likely it'll be another ice skater. There have been instances where they'll pair a skater with maybe a dancer or even like a youth staff member or crew staff. Most of the time, you're living with another ice skater from your cast or at least someone from the crew's division. But we don't know who exactly it is until we sign on. Like literally we sign on, and that's when we're like, oh, we're roommates. But yeah, that is all the questions I'm going to answer for now. I'm super excited. There's a lot that needs to get done still before I leave, like a lot, but we will get there. We have 13 days from today, 13 days. So it is going to approach very quickly.